left-hand side. Let's go one by one, okay? Based on a reaction to the old bump in an upscale neighborhood, our own reaction, we can see where we fall into this scale. How we understand God, how we perceive God, how we perceive our own life, what is our level, what is our consciousness level, and these are the consciousness level. That is our topic of today's lecture, consciousness level. And this is quantification, quantified, okay? Today's lecture is consciousness level quantified. Now notice the quantification is on a log scale, okay? So this is not 75 marks over 50 marks. This is 25 log difference. This will be the person's emotion, and this will be the person's action in the daily life. So let's take from the beginning. Dirty, disgusting, disgraceful. What that is a very low score of 20. And this is shame. Okay? The consciousness level is shame. This person, emotionally, is always humiliation, and the process or its action is very terrible. Elimination. That means destruction. Could be he has a tendency to self-destroy or destroy others. Okay? Elimination could be homicidal maniac, or suicidal tendencies. Life is miserable to this person. God's view is despising. God just look at people as ants, worthless things. That is the energy level, if that's the reaction. The next level up, he's to be blamed for his condition. Well, that is blame. Guilt. Guilt is the consciousness level. The score is 30. The emotion is blame. The process is also destruction. Life is full of evil, and God is vindictive, just like one of those ancient gods. If you say anything bad about it, the God will strike you down. Very vindictive. You insult God, God will kill you. God will destroy you. The next level, society can't do anything about homelessness. It's apathy. Consciousness level, apathy, mark 50. Emotion is despair. Application is this person's action. Always just don't, giving up on things. Hopelessness, life is hopeless. And God is condemning. God is always, damn you to hell, damn you to hell. That kind of God. The next one, tragic, friendliness, forlorn. Level is grief. Emotion is regret. Process is despondence. That means sadness and all that. And life is tragic. The person look at life as if life is very tragic. And God is disdainful. Next level, threatening, social menace, call the police. Conscious level is fear. Always emotionally anxious, and he will be withdrawn from society. Life is frightening, and God is punitive. God is always punishing. So you can see how from ancient evolution of the God of view of God evolved. God is evolving with human consciousness. Why doesn't somebody do something? That is, consciousness level is desire, 125. Emotion is craving. Process enslavement. That means, it's craving, desire, right? And life is disappointing to this person, and God is denying this person of his just rewards. You can always pray, and God never give you what you want. God is denying. Next one could be violent and mad, furious that such horrible conditions exist in our country today. Well, this is anger. So the emotion is hatred, and the action is aggression, and life is full of antagonism. That means opposite, always fighting, and God seems vengeful. God is full of revenge. If you don't listen to my commandment, I will strike you down. Okay. Embarrassment or lacking the self-respect to better himself. This is pride. Emotionally scorned and process inflation. Life is full of demand to satisfy their pride, and God seems indifferent. What if there's a social homeless shelter? So already the conscious level is courage, emotion, affirmation, process is empowerment. Start thinking about solutions. It's feasible, perhaps life is feasible, and God allow things to happen. Now this is actually the most important level. 250 is the cutoff between what is below and above. Okay. Below the 250, there's very little chance of a person being successful in any spiritual search, because they still indulge in this low level of consciousness. It doesn't allow, the person do not have sufficient resources to get out of all this low energy field. Looks okay, live and let live. After all, he's not hurting anyone. Okay. So that's neutral. You trust that the person is not doing harm. See, all this harm, hate, aggression, okay? Now you begin to trust the bump. So you can let go of all those things, release. And life is satisfactory, and God is helping. Decide to go down and see what we can do to cheer them up, volunteer some time at the local. Now we take into action, okay? So level is willingness. We're willing to do something now. Emotionally optimistic, process is intention. It's good intention. Life is hopeful. God is inspiring. God sent me this old man so that I can now, motivate me to do some good. God is inspiring. Intriguing, probably has an interesting story, is where he is for a reason we may never understand. You accept the old man for who he is. Acceptance, forgiveness, all these are forgiving. Transcendence, you already transcend all those artificial criteria, bondage of. Life is harmonious, and God is merciful. See, God is forgiving and merciful. A symptom of the current economic and social malaise, or perhaps a good subject for in-depth psychological study, is reasoning. Okay. find a reason for that. Emotionally, you want to understand everything, process abstraction. Life is meaningful. You find some meaning out of seemingly meaningless things. You do some study. And God is wise. And at this level, you'll find mostly these are people who are university professors or researchers. They're always trying to find answers to things, trying to find orders. Okay, transcendent social limits and has gone free. A joyful old guy with wisdom of age in his face and serenity that comes from indifference to material things. So he's transcendent material. Well, this is love. God is loving. And emotionally reverence, process revelation. So this is why we call some religious leader, we call them your reverend. So, because we praise that they are at this level of consciousness. The most reverend, so and so. Okay, and also 500 and 540, not that different. Okay. Well, it's a big jump, but with this kind of thing, serenity. The level is joy. Okay. So this is a free and joyful old guy. Okay. You see joy in everything. So life is complete and God is one. The person's emotion is serenity and transfiguration. Remember Jesus Christ when